Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in Word versus Word. Today is my last video from Japan, so I wanted to put a video together for you guys of maybe some highlights and some different things that I didn't show you in the past videos. And our words for today are going to be brag versus boast. So am I going to brag about my trip to Japan, or am I going to boast about my trip to Japan? But before we get started, have a look at all the highlights from my trip in Japan.
Whispers in my head, what you gonna do? 선택의 기로에 난 지켜내려 해. 쉽지 않아도 진실한 나만의 beliefs. You know what they say, don't brag about what you have. Be careful and be humble, otherwise you should be ready to stumble. You know what they say, 자신감이 없니? 왜 당당하게 살지를 못해? Keep walking your way, don't look back. 너만의 길이야. Even when you fall, don't look back. 사실은 말이야. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. 'Cause it's only yours. Only yours, yeah. 쏟아지는 말 이미 어지러운 이 세상 속에서 어둠 속의 light 붙잡아 진실한 나만의 beliefs. 차가운 바람 그득하니 앉아 내 마음속에 새겨둔 작은 위로를 더 꺼내야 하나. 우울함의 파도를 가라앉혀. But when you feel like giving up, remember, keep walking your way, don't look back. 너만의 길이야. Even when you fall, don't look back. 사실은 말이야. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. 'Cause it's only yours. Only yours, yeah. Nobody knows.
Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed all my highlights from Japan. The experience was wonderful. The culture is very unique. And if you haven't been to Japan, I definitely suggest you try. It's really, really interesting. Anyways, let's get on with today's video. And first, we're going to talk about the word brag. So some of you may or may not have heard this word before, and it's used to talk about or express an accomplishment, something that you did that you think very highly about and you want other people to know. Sometimes we use this word sarcastically, or we do something or let somebody know about something that we did in a sarcastic way, kind of putting it in a way that we did something better than you did or they did. And it's kind of considered negative, to be honest. So children can do it, and it's sort of innocent in that respect. But when an adult does it, it can be considered mostly negative, okay? So you might hear somebody say, oh, my friend was bragging about how much money he made on the weekend. So what is he doing? He's kind of comparing the amount of money that he makes to other people, and he's letting you know that he made much more money than you. Or an adult also may brag about winning a competition or doing something better than someone else. You could say that it has a little bit of an ego involved in it. Okay. And so just remember that brag has this negative feeling to it. Okay. It's not considered extremely negative. I mean, it depends on who's talking to each other and what the sentences are. But in general, it's used to just say that somebody is trying to show that they're better at something than someone else. Okay? So we know that brag is negatively used. So what kind of word do we want to use if we don't want it to be negative? We can use boast, okay? And boast is a little bit positive, a little bit more positive, you could say. So, for example, if a child came home from school and he had an excellent mark on a test or something, and he's telling his parents about it, is he bragging or is he boasting? He's actually boasting. He's saying, look, Mom, Dad, I got a perfect 10 on my test. So in that case, it's okay. It's kind of considered positive. Adults can also boast about something without creating this negative feeling of thinking that you're better than someone else. So, maybe you're talking to a friend and they asked you, how did you do on your driver's license? And you might say, oh, I did really good. I'm really proud of myself. And I think I aced the test. And that would be considered boasting. Okay. So we usually don't say, oh, I'm bragging or I'm boasting in a sentence when you're saying whatever it is yourself. But another person might say, oh, he was bragging about what he did, or he was boasting about what he did. Okay. And that's the difference between those two. Really just a negative with bragging and more positive feeling with boasting. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this last video from my trip in Japan. And in the future, I'll be bringing you some videos from my trip in Canada while I'm here. Okay? All right. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.